Hello, today is Thursday, September the 8th, 2016. Here are your TOPS announcements. Tomorrow is the last day that seniors who plan on taking the ACT on October 22nd can request a voucher. You have to do that by noon tomorrow, or you've lost your chance. Sorry, we've been telling you for a month to do this. Something I'd like to address with people, just in general in the student body, is one of the things I've been getting from people who I've contacted who aren't doing so well is what I said in orientation. If you remember, I said in orientation, when I talk to students who aren't doing well and I ask if they're visiting their teacher's office hours, and they say no. Okay. So the question is, do you know how to do that? Well, if you look on the front page of every class, your teacher has their office hours listed. That means that's a time where they are available to video chat with you, to text chat with you, to talk to you on the phone, or if that's how they want to do it, whatever you want to do, they will do. Maybe not always a phone call. I think we prefer to do video chat. But just get in touch with your teacher and say, look, I'm coming to your office hours tomorrow, and they'll work it out with you. Or they'll have a way already set up for you to get in touch with them. That's how you do it. But it takes you going to them and emailing them and requesting office hours. They can do it outside of this time sometimes if you're not available during that time. But that's why they're there. You know, I get a lot of people like, oh, we've hired a tutor. And I'm like, but you're not even going to your teacher's office hours. A tutor should be something outside of that. Unless you just feel like face-to-face is what the student needs, then I would question why you're even in an online school in the first place. So, I don't know. But your teachers are available. Please go to their office hours. And if you're not doing well, if you are doing well, you might go to them anyway just for fun. But if you're struggling and I contact you and you aren't going to your teacher's office hours, that's the first suggestion I was always going to make. Another question about absences. Some people have asked me, well, if I make up the work, will you take off the absence? And the answer for that is I will excuse it if you have a legitimate excuse for not doing it. I will not remove an absence where you just didn't turn in the work. But if you have a legitimate excuse, then I will excuse it. Past 2 absences, I have to have documented proof of said excuse. So it has to be a doctor's note or something like that. That's state law, not me being a jerk, just doing my job and not trying to get fired in the process. So the best thing is to get your work in on time. Or, if you know you're not going to get your work in, please contact us ahead of time. That way we can... that we know about that, and that if it's something legitimate, then it's going to get excused. If it's not legitimate, then it's not. So, lastly, I want to say I'm very impressed with a lot of the work I see out there. I'm in classes all the time, looking at different things, looking at your work, looking at how our new students are doing, looking at how our new teachers are doing. We're off to a great start this year. I'm very happy and very impressed with our returning students and new students alike. So great job, everybody. Keep up the good work. If you're having trouble, if you're struggling, there's a few of you who are, reach out and get help. We can't help you if we don't know that you want help. We've reached out to you with to no avail sometimes. So reach out to us. We want to see you successful. We don't want any student to ever leave this school until they graduate. If we kept you after that, that would be kidnapping. We don't want to kidnap you. And finally, a thought for the day. I want you to think about this. I saw this quote on the internet the other day, and sometimes I don't like quotes on the internet, and sometimes I do, and this one I did, because it's very true. One small decision can change the entire course of your life. Think about that. Thought for the day. Can it? Is that true? I think it is true. Cheers. I like coffee and I love tea. I love the driving it loves me. Coffee and tea and the driving me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. I like Java, sweet and hot. Whoops, Mr. Moto, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me a line and I pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. Coffee and beans, soybeans. I see those little bitty green beans, cabbage and greens. You know that I'm not keen about a bean unless it is a cherry, cherry bean. I love Java, sweet and hot. What's Mr. Motor? I'm a coffee pot. Show me a line and I pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. I like coffee and I like tea. I love the Java Java and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. Boy,